Well, hello. Hi, Julie. You're the first one in.
Hi, Julie.
We'll wait till some more people get in. I know, I think I have some people joining me from TikTok, actually. Cassandra from last time, she was wanting to come, and there were a couple other people that asked me for the link. And it doesn't let you leave a link, like TikTok link, on there that you can click on it, except for in your link tree. So I can't like just add it to a comment or whatever. Yeah, so let me get this out of the way. If you are, for anybody watching on replay, if you're new here, thank you so much for being here. We have Kylie Koo reading chat today, so we get to hear her lovely voice and go across the pond a bit, from America all the way to Scotland. So it's so nice that we get to do that. Please leave a thumbs up and a comment. Let me know if you felt inspired and what your favorite part about today was. We are going to do pull some oracle cards for inspiration, and they're just positive things to begin with. And I'm going to make a little statement, and I'm going to do the abridged, try to keep it brief, not focus on one single subject, but just let everybody know where I stand. And I do want a few more people to be in here when I do that. So, but today we're going to, I cut out some circles just while we wait. I cut out some circles out of packaging, and we're going to make some more round tuits. And then I've got some stencils I haven't used yet, and I cleaned my desk and the area around it yesterday. And I've got a bin of scraps and little bits of this and that I've thrown in there, and I'm going to try to use some of those things up today. So, I mean, I know I won't make a huge dent, but it'll be something, right? And I also want to talk about future projects. So we'll be doing that as well. I'm thinking like a Pandora's box would be cool to do. What do you think, Kylie?
Oh, yeah, fabulous.
I think
I have, so actually decorating a box?
Yeah, I have one here, and I've been wanting to do something with it. Look, it's beautiful wood that somebody, I almost hate to paint it, but because I don't know, it's really nice, but it's obviously very plain, and I want to I think Pandora's box is such a perfect theme right now under circumstances.
I would love that. I've got a few boxes. I had signed up to, well, I didn't sign up for the subscription, but I bought a few of their subscription boxes from this company. They were in the UK, and the boxes are amazing. That. And I did a couple of opening things. I wasn't sponsored or anything.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I thought I only had maybe 2 or 3. And then, everything of mine goes into the garage when it's kind of, out the way kind of thing. And I went in there, I was doing this tidy out, and I cannot believe how many of these boxes I actually bought. And now I've got all these boxes, and they're too nice to throw away, So, yeah, I would love to do something with them.
Julie said her craft space is a Pandora's box.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I have another smaller one too that my mom brought over. Let me grab it. And this one is a possibility as well, because it's just plain. And this one I got at the thrift store. This one, I mean, I don't have anything in it. A bag. That would be a nice Pandora's box, but I feel like it should be square and not shaped like that. I don't know. Something about Pandora's box feels square, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah. But I still like the shape of that. I still like the shape of it.
Yeah, I do too.
Work. Yeah.
And obviously any shape would work. I do like doing boxes, While we are kind of in limbo right now, I want to look at these stencils because I haven't really gone through them before I pull cards, because I really have some beautiful cards to pull. So, and we need them today, don't we?
We do.
Really
and We've actually got 7 people watching.
Oh,
So
good.
if there's anyone out there that
Say
is
hello.
watching, please pop in and say hello.
Just so we know that we can begin. Yeah, these are great. I got them for Christmas, and they're just they're almost mod sort of shapes, I think, especially this one. And that one, I did a painting kind of like that in college. I just thought these are interesting.
The one before that one you just showed, the one before that.
This one with the squares, this is actually like a famous
I'm
artist.
sure there was a wallpaper that looked like that at one time.
Oh, yeah.
This like that.
Very mod, like the
1960s.
Yeah, or the 1950s even, with this starburst.
Yep.
Sort of. This one is really cool. I like it. It is really kind of a spacey sort of thing. And then there's this one, but they're kind of fun shapes, and maybe we can use a bit of paint or do some finger painting, or use a marker or whatever. I thought I should at least get something on one of those at least. So
Yeah.
if there's 7 people here and you guys are ready, I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards. Before I do that, I would like to make a small statement. I don't want to pick any one thing. I don't want to not use my platform to make a stand and do what I can. I can't march. What I can do is let everyone know that this is a safe space and that everyone's welcome with love in their heart, and that wants, a timeout. That's what we do. It's inspiration, it's friendship, and it's positive energy. And I don't want to muddy the positive energy with talk about the things I'm really upset about right now. I think something we need to do right now is kind of find balance. There's a lot of things going on in the world. Oh yeah, the Jetsons. I see that. There's a lot of things going on all over the world. It's not just us. And I think it's being complacent makes you complicit. So if you are just going la 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 with your fingers in your ears, I mean, that's not good. We need to know what's going on, but we also need to find our center and make sure that we're having positive moments throughout our day. So it's okay to watch the news and do all of that stuff, and keep up, but make sure you stop and take some breaths. Maybe get an art buddy that keeps you, it's kind of like a diet buddy, or a walking buddy that makes you stop and create, because I know that I have a hard time creating when I'm stressed out, and that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to boom, 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 like rapid fire, all these things at us right now. And this is their plan, and it bottlenecks and kind of breaks our brain. And then we just live in fear, and we don't want to live in fear. We are powerful. And most of us are women on here, we are so much stronger. We are so much bigger, and we can do so much better. And I would like to make my stand and say that what's happening is not okay, but I am trying to find some balance. And if that means that I need to start going live more or something, I will. I don't know. I have Kylie as an art buddy here. And I love that. And I love all of you guys. And I hope that I haven't offended anybody, but I just needed to I just needed to say what I needed to say. So is everybody okay with that?
I think that was a well-balanced statement. Yeah, so yeah, I think you're good. And I liked what Julie said in referring to Pandora's box, when she said, I like the positive meaning to Pandora's box, unlocking new possibilities. And I think that was the whole story behind it, where it was about opening something, where there was something that was unknown and perhaps not so good, and yet there was hope in it.
Hello,
So I
Carolyn.
think that's a nice message.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi,
Hello,
Carolyn.
Carolyn, and welcome in. Thank you for, thank you for being here and knowing, yes, we're all in this together, and we can't live in fear, and we need to lock arms right now. So I'm so glad to have everyone here, and I just gave myself goosebumps. That's weird. I just got goosebumps all over my body.
It was a great statement, Sharon. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Things are about to happen though. Watch what happens. So I just don't think that we need to live in fear. Just let's live in love. Love is the opposite of fear. And you have one or the other. So find your love. Okay. One of these would be great on Pandora's box, right? I didn't even
Wow.
think about
Yeah.
that. I only had them out because I felt like, whew, female power. Okay, I'm going to go full screen. There we go. Are we ready for some cards? Just a little bit of inspiration. Okay, so these ones I just find they're pretty pictures, but I'm just meh, whatever with those. These ones we love the images here, but this is where we're going. Right here. And I cannot believe how good these have been lately. Kylie and I had a friend date here, and we pulled some cards, and I had posted those in the chat, in our chat thread, and they were just perfect. They were perfect. Like, it was everything that was happening, and I couldn't believe it. And I mean, I don't read tarot or do anything like that. I do this for inspiration, but also I'd like to see what the universe has to say. And we all should believe in, our higher selves and the universe, and, that can happen. So, all right. So I'm just going to pull a few of these. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, of course, we've got the new ones, which are the angel messages. And these are so good. I mean, the artwork, this is artwork and really good. But these are still my favorite. But the messages on here are amazing. So we're just going to grab one of those because the messages are a bit.
Ooh,
One wants to come out. Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're just going to pull that because those are good messages. And then we're going to pull them in order. Okay.
Julie says she loves your flower fabric.
Oh, this is like a bandana from the 70s, I think.
Ooh.
Or the 60s. I don't know. It's trimmed in like this purple. And it's clearly made to go on your head, or, I mean, it's not a napkin. It's too textured. I love it too. And I've used it for years, you guys. I have. I'm going to be sharing some projects too that Kylie had mentioned last time. So, hold on to that. Okay, let's do this real quick. Ooh. Individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this Earth school. And Earth is a school. I do believe that. Everyone has their own study plan. I think we all individually need to look out for our own well-being, but we need each other right now too. So I'm hoping, like this card, gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. And I think we've had that one before. Let me, I'm sorry about the glare. Look at that. Nice. It's beautiful. And we'll pull this one up. Such beautiful artwork on these. Okay. And this one, upside down. Letting go. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I've never pulled this one. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Really? Oh my goodness. That's amazing. I love how the Buddha and the lion, there's a hand and a bird. Those are images that I use a lot the Buddha, the hand, the bird. There's another bird. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So, and of course, I'll take a picture of these afterwards and post them. You guys, I'm trying to figure out where to go for community now, because I don't want to support Meta anymore. And I've got years and years and years of pictures on there and my family, and it's just so sad. But I'm really just popping in and out to post a link or to get on our chat thread as quickly as possible. And I'm sorry that I haven't been scrolling there. Okay, I welcome life as it presents itself to me. Today, I take each step on my path to fulfillment with good faith. I swim easily with the flow of life. I embraced all experiences the universe bestows on me, even those that may prove challenging. Oh my goodness. I know all will fall into place for my greater good. Boy, that one's just perfect. That's really perfect. And that is a good point to when we're having those moments for ourselves. Let's try to I can't think of the word right now. Try to fill your life and only those around you with your energy. Don't give your energy away. You know, your circle, worry about you, worry about what's happening in your home right now. Everything that's happening out there, we can be proactive. There are ways to do that, but also take those moments for yourself.
It's that whole thing, is it not, about filling your own cup, because you can't give to others if your own cup is only half full. So yeah,
absolutely. So let's see. So we're going to pull one of these just for the picture, because I love these pictures. So I'm just going to pull this top one right here. Oh, and it is Lorelei. And I know there's numbers on here, and I probably can download a thing and look up but isn't she beautiful? It's funny because I pulled one yesterday just out of curiosity. It was a mermaid and a sailor. Isn't that funny? Maybe I'm supposed to make a mermaid today. I'm waiting for that alien invasion. I don't know about you guys. I'm coming up out of the ocean. You come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, I meant to leave Lorelei out. What did I do?
I know. I thought, what are you doing there? Yeah.
So I'll take a picture of these, and what I'm going to do is put them on the community page here on YouTube. I'm going to start using that more. And as soon as we figure out, there have been a lot of new apps coming out for community, for, you know, like that are where we can share photos with each other and projects together. I hate the idea that we can't use a hashtag now. I'm still probably going to do that, even though that's meta. But I'll take a picture of these and I'll leave them there. And as soon as I figure out which, it might be Lemonade, it could be Blue Sky. I don't think so. I signed up for a beta program, 365, I think it's called, that doesn't start till February, and that might be the one. So, all right, I'm going to put these to the side here.
Hi, Mo. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Mo. You know what? the Alluring Enchantress. Oh my goodness. Look at you. I should have sent you the link personally. I'm so sorry that I didn't think about it. I've just really been trying to pop in and pop out of Facebook so fast. Like, yeah, I've really been trying to do that. You know, every moment that we spend on there is another dollar that he gets, you know, so I don't want to do that. We did write down these words last time, but we may use some of these, and we may do something a little more with more strength in numbers. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to use one of these girls. What do you guys think? From the this one is a 1966 17 magazine. And these girls are perfect. Oh, that's okay that you're lurking, Mo. I completely understand. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to put these girls away. And we still may pull one of those girls out. Okay, this is the box that I pulled out. First of all, I almost forgot. I meant to have the cloth down to. Okay, this is the one Kylie was talking about last time. And this was a project I did 2 years ago for one of the PM Artist Studio collaboration projects. And there's a video where I share this as well, if you want to go back and look. Not making it, just, you know. But this is that mica tile, and it's totally made of stone. That is a stone, and you can get it as thin as you want. These are pieces that I poured resin. There's a lot of crackle on here. And this was black fabric that I actually rolled glue out on, and then rolled some chunky gold embossing powder, and then cut it with my embossing machine. And so I have these fabric hinges, and I even like the door where the doorknob is with that antique pearl. I'm sorry about the glare. I'm trying not to. Yeah, it's just so good to have you here anyway. I haven't been checking in with everybody. I'm so sorry. It's just, I feel like it's been crazy. So yeah, another project, I kind of want to do a Pandora's box, and I was thinking about doing some sort of something again like this that has like only three, because, you know, I get carried away. 3-page or maybe 4 accordion style 3D assemblage piece. This is all texture with those sort of medieval lettering. That's what that is. And I love her. And I have a magnet on this, and I used an old rusty washer as the thing to stick the magnet to. And this is all just scrap cardboard. And I just kind of roughly, there's a lot of texture on here. There's little pockets on this one that have some old like artwork.
I mean, I think I said it before, Sharon. It's absolutely amazing. I totally love it.
Well,
and Carolyn said, you know, it's cool. And I think Mo has just linked the link to that.
Oh, Mo, you're so good.
So
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I know you were talking about it last time, so I thought, you know, I haven't opened that up for ages, and it sits on my mantle in like a book or a photo frame, like a holder. What are those called? I can't even, words are hard right now. It's the bottleneck in my brain happening. That's what that is. And if you're finding that you're having a hard time sleeping, that's me. And you're having a hard time with words, it's because our brains are full right now. They really are. There's just so much going on that we don't know where to look. And that's the goal. So remember that as your head is spinning daily. And, you know, just keep that in mind that, you know, that was their goal, and don't let them do that to you. So I finally finished her off. I put some little gold pieces around here and gave her a tie. She had been sitting unfinished on my desk for quite a while. And then when I went through, I decided not to hang anything on this one too. I put another 3D thing on there. When I was cleaning my desk yesterday, I have this bin. I just started throwing things in. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I need to use it, sort of. But I forgot about this stamp that says completed. And I thought, how fun would it be to go around and put that, you know, and then I'll sign the back of each one under the completed for these round tuits. I just thought that was really fun. And then, of course, I shared photos of these ones. And then there's that one right there. And I just didn't know if you saw the photos or you wanted to see more. And then, of course, Blue Goggles was the first, or one I did a while back. And then We the People. And you notice here the red masks I put on all the men in the front. That's a statement right there. That's a cloud. And there's a clock. Time is coming. They'll have theirs. It'll be okay. Um, and then this, I was keeping on my desk because it really inspires me. And it was one of my favorite things that I made, and it was years ago with PM Artist Studio stencil, one that I just wore out because it was my favorite. And it popped up again, and it says "Find the Beautiful," and I think that's a really good statement right now. Find the beautiful.
Has a beautiful Art Deco look to it.
Oh, thank you. I think
Art Deco, Art Nouveau crossover between the two.
Yeah, she's actually from a piece of packaging or an old magazine, or I can't remember, and then copied. Yeah, she's
probably
fun.
more Art Nouveau, but
yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, gorgeous.
So I just got a variety of things in here, and I don't know what I'm going to reach for, but I'm going to try to use some of these things. I do have definitely these. I mean, these things have been floating around my desk for a while, and I should be using some of them. And I'm really liking the stripes right now, so I'm going to use some of those. But you know, when you get to these little pieces and you're like, that's way cool, and I can't throw that away. So that's where I decided while I was cleaning my desk that was going to happen there. And then I have my leaves left over from Christmas too. I did make a couple little sort of little things, little clusters with these leaves, and I stamped on them when Kylie and I had our date, and that was kind of cool. So that might
was
be
when Kylie did absolutely nothing, just lay back on the bed. Yeah.
Well, wait, it was late for you though. I mean, you had your glass of wine. You know.
I did. I think I did say I was relaxed.
Yeah, you were very relaxed, so that was good. Okay, so I have to decide on a girl, and then I've got my shapes here. Okay, and I want to do a bigger one this time. And this is just packaging, you know how it goes. And I think I'm going to use one of these ones. My thought was to do some bigger ones to make like a cover and a back for them. And I'm going to punch a hole in them and put them on a ring, just like I do everything. So I went through some packaging yesterday and today and said, this has been sitting in this bin forever. So I'm going to cut these all into circles and throw the rest away. That's a good way to go through it. So do we want the girl that's leaving it all behind, where I think I'm kind of liking her because I can stamp on her coat. She looks angry, and I kind of like that too. Or more like feminine rage. I think that's good. Is that what that is? Or she's saying, hey, over here, I don't agree. They're all pretty good. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to do her so I can stamp on her, and we'll try to get to a second one. But we're going to have to decide how much of her. And that's okay. So I'm going to leave this for the back, because then I don't have to do anything to it. I'm going to do a light sanding here. I'm going to get some paper down, and then we'll cut out one of our girls. So I need my sandpaper here. Just a little light sanding, because that's always a nice thing to hear on a video, isn't it? Shake my desk. And this is because it has kind of a glossy-esque finish.
That actually put the shivers through me when I heard that.
Did it really?
Yeah, it did. I actually shivered. And yet I sit and sand stuff all the time, but when I heard it on there, I had a physical shiver go through me.
Oh my gosh. I hope it was a good shiver. I really hope so.
Well, I hope so too.
It's funny that I find so much joy in sanding something. And I don't know if you feel that way too. Like sanding things or finger painting, like with like any sort of like the Nouveau Mousse or the gold. When you get to those steps where you're kind of bringing everything out, I just broke my rule. I was going to go out of the bin. Make me go out of the bin. Okay, we're doing this. those are kind of whole, so they're fine. My thought was I could make some clusters with leaves. I could, like do some stamping on these things. These are those little pieces that you put in the slot on your file folders. But look at all the colors. And I thought, I could stamp on those or put texture on them. And then I have little tabs or just stamp on them. And then I can put words on them, or I don't know. Normally I would throw something like that. I did throw a bunch of stuff away yesterday. I did. I was ruthless in throwing stuff away yesterday. Those are something different. Of course, I have notes everywhere. I threw a bunch of those away yesterday. Finally. Let's see. And I know I want to use a sticker or two. Those are something different too today. How about some of the paper here that has like the rust and it's like pictures of like metal, like patina. Let's see. Oh, I do have a piece of mica there. These are more for clusters, I think. And whatever I can use in here. There's a book page. And then I have some magazine bits. So I'm going to grab some of those. Those are totally different. Are you having a craft-a-lanch?
Sorry?
Did you have a craft-a-lanch?
No, I think it's my internet. No, it's okay. I think it's okay. It just kind of wavered a bit. But it's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Put this over here. I'm looking through there now because I did it yesterday, and a lot of those things would be great for clusters because it's small weird things. And,
Mo says that the paper that's on the circle,
this one,
long thin piece, has a face a little like the Scream. I don't know if it was that one or not. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That one, Mo, that's on there now?
It would have to be this one. That's the long one that I had.
That's the long one. I don't think there was any other long one.
Yeah, I don't think so. Huh. Mo is good at seeing faces in everything. Our eyes are trained to do that anyway, but is this an eye? I bet it is.
I see a cat there.
Do you really?
That's the cat's nose. Above that, there's two cat's eyes. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, just where you pointed.
How
that's
funny.
cat's, above that, two cat's eyes.
Oh, right here? Yeah.
Huh. And,
it's funny how it looks different in person too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put some of that on there. We'll do that. I'm going to throw some book page down first, but this book page it's textured. It's gone through my embossing machine and it's got some ink on it. And I think it was just one that I had put down on my desk and done some, splattering on something else. And it just kind of picked up the extra. So I think I'm going to put that down first. This has some texture. I'll figure out where that goes. And this is going to go probably behind her. But you don't want any of this to show. So I'm going to have to find one more piece of paper here so I don't have to wait for paint to dry. And that'll be okay. That is fine.
So Julie says she has started a heart-themed journal. On the cover, she glued hearts from gel prints that Patricia and Mariah gave her, and it takes her way too long to think of what to do with things. So yeah, we can be like that sometimes. We can take a while to think about what to do with things, but you put them to the side, and at some point and some time, you will want to use them, I would say.
I think when we get that bottleneck in our brain, it's hard to be creative.
Yep.
I know that happens with me. That's why I said it would be a good idea to have like somebody that you make a date with and you hang out with them every Tuesday at noon. Or whatever, whether it be online or just on the, talking on the phone, and you sit at your desk and you create. and it's your time that you're forcing yourself to have some connection and some art. Or you can get away from it all, you know.
Hi, Eddie. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, hey, Eddie. We're doing female power again today, and I'm glad you're here to join us. You can be the front of the line, okay? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to use either the turquoise or the orange, and I think the turquoise goes with it better. But I will use this on the next one. So that is one of my, well, 3 of my stencils. And these were like gel prints that I had. It was like the second or third, you know, ghost print. I never know what to do with
it's all
those.
about female power, he says.
What's that?
Eddie is all about the female.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Yes, we are. Things are rough out there. I know they're extra rough for you, Eddie. And I want you to know that this is a safe space. And I don't know if you heard that earlier, but this is a safe space. So we're going to get out the liquid glue.
Hi, Diane, Messy Palette.
Oh, hey, Diane.
Yes, stupid o'clock for you.
Oh, what time is it there? Oh, I guess it is for Julie, too. It's the same time. You guys are on the same time zone, right? One of you is AU and one of you is, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they both are in Australia. They could have a different time zone.
Different areas, yeah.
But it's probably either, I don't know, 7 a.m. or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
7 a.m. maybe, or 7:30.
Did you guys just have a time zone, your clocks go back? I can't. Words are hard right now. It's the bottleneck in my brain. I'm sorry. Eddie, have you been here all along to hear my rant? I think it was a positive message, but letting everybody know that this is a safe space and how to balance things that are going on right now.
Yeah, 6:30 a.m. with Diane, and I think 7:30 a.m. with Julie, 8:30 or give or take a few minutes p.m. with me. So
it's night for you and morning for them.
Yeah, but morning the next day for them. Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And I'm using liquid glue because we're going to be using these. And these I usually have to use my favorite glue on so they don't rumple up. But the liquid glue is a better choice to get this down on this packaging. So that's why I'm doing that. And these are rough circles. I like discovered going over, and these are called round to-its, by the way. You know, like I'll do that when I get around to it. That's why
that's a great name for it. Round to it, yeah.
Gray like gray. Hi. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. And it's nice to meet you. I'm actually Sharon, Texture Junkies, and then we have Kylie Koo. That's the lovely voice in the back there you're hearing. Oh, you missed my you should. Well, yeah, definitely go rewatch if you're having a hard time finding your footing right now, because there are ways, you know. So okay, so let's see. And I also shared an old project. I'm going to take some of this here, and I'm just going to, oh, it says, I feel sick, really sick.
Oh, dear.
Boy, don't we know that right now. Yeah, I'll be hiding that because I want this to be a powerful message, but not a dwelling message. You know what I mean? Okay, so because that was textured, it ripped really cool because it's gone through my embossing machine. I'm going to put that right there. And we will hide those words. I'll cover them with something. I don't know what yet, but something. Oh, I feel sick. Give a damn about the, I think they're, yeah, and that. Maybe I'll leave that part. I always mark these not for kids, so anything that that falls out of our mouth doesn't get us in trouble, me in trouble, I guess. Okay, so while this is drying for a moment, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab another one, and we will do a partner to that one. But you know what? Let me do one that I don't have to sand. How's that?
Julie says glue a bird on it.
Yeah, I'll probably go to because I have an enormous amount, a stupid enormous amount of stickers now, because I ordered all those stickers when I was in my sling, which, oh, you guys, I should still be wearing the sling. The doctor said, try to start not wearing it. And of course, okay, here's the shivers again. Of course, so I take it off that day and I didn't put it back on. And then my physical therapist said you should have been out of that by now, but since you fell down the stairs after surgery, we don't, we're just going easy, and that's why you're still in it. So he keeps making me feel bad. So I just, haven't put it back on. Well, I probably should be wearing it because it keeps me awake at night. And I've now got some. It's different than before I went into surgery, but now I have new pain. So isn't it just how that works? It is. So we're going to do a partner to this. And I'm thinking these are bigger than the other round to it. So it's almost like the front and back of a like cover. All right, let's see. I really like the 4 and the 8 here. But those need to go kind of on top. So, sorry. I'm going to throw that on there. And this one was from the laundry soap that comes in the sheets. It came in this huge, it was like 4 packages all laid out thin, and it looked like a pack of paper almost. Need some of those stripes now. I guess I better put something.
Julie said, try not to fold in again.
Yeah, I'm going to try, but I fall at least once a month. That's kind of the rule. Just trying to get out of my recliner this morning. I just fell back in it. I don't know what my deal is. My equilibrium is not balanced for some reason. I want to crumple something up. I'm gonna do that with this, I think.
So Diane says, don't eat the paintbrushes, Sharon. Don't eat the crayons.
Do what? Don't eat the paintbrushes
and don't eat the crayons.
I'll try not to. Especially the yellow paint, right? Isn't that the dangerous one? Okay, so I'm gonna I'm just putting a base on here. Could get covered. It's gonna have lots of stuff on it. The less I like the background, the more likely I am to cover it with another layer, which is a good thing. And that's what we want. If I really like the background, it's so hard to cover. Let's put some of this on here, cover that up. And then I'll go in and trim behind. I really like the way that's tearing because it's been embossed. It's tearing really strangely.
I knew Bill.
What's that?
I knew Bill. The words on that piece above.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's my husband's name,
Mm-hmm.
I knew. You just met Bill. Isn't that funny?
Charming fellow.
That's his public side.
That's okay. That suits me.
public persona. He's Batman otherwise. He thinks he is, at least. So I do want to add some stripes here. I'm going to do that. So let's find out where my edge is. I just want some stuff to dry, but I also want to, while there's paint or while there's glue on the top layer here, is a good time for me to start adding some of this tissue paper where I want it. I'm just adding layers. It's mixed media. That's what we do. And we, you know, cut it out and do it again and add more, and that's it. No, need some here. This way. Just with whatever's left over on the brush. You know, we say if you don't like it, just add another layer in mixed media. And that's the plan. Where is my water cup? Uh-oh. I swear I have one up here. Like
Julie's asking what glue you're using.
What's that?
Julie is asking what glue you're using.
Well, right here, this is the red sweet pepper strips. It's actually school glue and water. It's half and half. It just happens to be in a jar that has a label on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Get glue on my.
And Eddie says sometimes just gluing down a bunch of things is really relaxing, and it so is. You know, just sitting with a pot of glue, a paintbrush, scraps, and a bit of a substrate.
Oh, so much. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good way to find some zen in this moment. Right there. Yeah. Just make a list of the things that give you that pleasure.
Yep.
We all need some pleasure.
Diane says that lead paint has never affected her. Twitch.
She eats it all the time. I used to chew on the windowsills as a kid. It's fine. I'm wondering if I can squeeze this in here somewhere, and nope, not going to do it. I'm not doing it.
It's like a bird's beak.
It is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It might go behind her head or whatever. I'm just going to stick those pieces there. Let's see. Let's cut this one out. I also have this I want to use. Seriously, the sheer amount of stickers is overwhelming. I had a box downstairs on the cart next to the recliner, you know, because I wasn't coming up here. Had my arm in the sling. And then I just kept ordering stickers because I didn't have any really. And I was like, oh, those ones are cool. And I would forget that I had ordered some, and I ordered them twice. Because it was all from, you know, Temu. And they were like $1 or whatever. So I'm like, oh, I want those, you know, and I just kept ordering them. I have 3 boxes of stickers now. It is ridiculous. And I have to use some stickers today. That is the plan. We're going to use some stickers. I really like that. I don't like that, but this is going to change. So it doesn't matter. Oh, it's warping on me. Okay. You know what I'm going to do is grab another piece of tissue here, and I'm going to go put a different kind on there because this is my Christmas leftovers. Remember I had my steampunk tree, and I got all this black and white paper. So that's why I've been using the stripes so much. But I have some others here that I really, really like. How about some black roses? I've got that gold piece. Let's see.
That's a nice bit of rustling going on in the background. We're getting some good ASMR sounds in there.
Are we? Should we do it some more?
Yeah. I'm getting shivers again.
I aim to please.
2 shivers in one night. Can't ask for any more than that.
I don't know. I wouldn't tell your husband that. Okay, so did I say that? So I'm going to put this right here. Just in between. That's out of an old art book. That was a scrap from a project, probably from one of those assemblage projects even. So let's go like this. That's a rose. Some of it'll get covered, so whatever I don't like, you know. Again, I'm using a glue stick now because I'm wanting these to be dry. Ooh, that's bleeding. I love it. I love that. Okay, so I'm about to get my girl out here. So I think she needs to go right here. So I'm going to do that. You all know about my favorite glue, right? The favorite one for thin pages like this. And sometimes I even will glue these down to something else and then cut them out so that they don't do weird things, because these pages are always really thin if it's an antique magazine. Sometimes you have to do that. I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut her out and use my favorite glue. Okay. So my favorite glue, and this bottle is filthy because I've refilled it, is the Crafters Workshop Matte Gel Medium. All right, so I'm going to rough cut where we want this. Put her like, so we don't, usually you want your people looking in, although under the circumstances, we could actually have it looking out. Like I am not looking at that right now. I am looking at this, you know? So it could be a thing, but I kind of like her on this background. I wish I could get her tights in there, but I can't. Not and keep her head. Let's see where we get. Let's do a bit of a rough cut here. We know this is straight. And then I'll go in. I'm probably going to embellish her head. And I'm thinking I want to do some stamping on her coat first before I finish cutting and fussy cutting her. I should put something on her hand too, so I don't have to cut out her fingers, because that sounds terrible to me. Yeah, so stamp. I have here one that I haven't used yet. Has numbers on it that I like, and I'm going to find it. I swear I'm going to find it. It's here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So, numbers. I'll try that one. As a non-card maker, this is how I use my stamps in my mixed media. We need the stays on. And let's see. You know what I should do is put something over her face and anything I don't want stamped, huh? That would be a good idea, actually. Just like a little something that's not gonna hurt her. Let's see if I can just do this, maybe. Get it to stay, maybe. There we go. And of course, when you have a big stamp like this, this is how I like to use it, because it's easier to make sure that you get a good impression if you lay your paper down on your stamp instead. Oh, look. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm.
Okay. There, I used a stamp that I had never used before. And then maybe on her helmet, we want some swirls. What do you think? Like this. Or, and this one I'm going to have to put on a thing so I can see where I'm at. So I'm trying to make decisions faster because I get caught up and then I don't get anything, you know, like it takes forever to do something. And having 2 ready here is such a great, it's a great feeling to have 2 started already. So I'm going to have to glue her down, but oh, I can't do that. I have to have a permanent ink. I want a different color. I'm going to the little archival inks. I've got a lot of blue. Let's do the blue though, because it matches. Wish I had orange. That'd be good. If one of these is not, yeah, it's this one. It came like this. I don't know what glue to use to make it stay. Like it's not connected. Anybody
It
got
matches the blue in the top of your wood ring.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
I did that.
Oh no, it's changed. It's suddenly but yeah, it did match.
It matches this pretty well, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Let me put that over there. And then
face. Yep. Okay.
Put something over her face. And I kind of want the swirls on the other side here. So I'm gonna, because I want it to match the curve of her helmet.
Ooh.
Kind of. Oh, did it perfectly. Look at that. Okay. So there's still a lot of ink on this. And let's see, what can I do here? I'm just going to put it here. I should have done it backwards so I could get all the ink off. There we go. Because I don't have a foam pad on my desk. Nice. All right. Put that back. I've been doubling up the stamps in these envelopes. It actually saves space that way, but they need to be like versus like, you know, sort of similar styles of stamps. Otherwise, it's just confusing. Okay, I'm ready to fussy cut her. And I'm just going to use the good glue. I'm not going to put a layer behind her, like another piece of paper behind her. I'm just going to have to be really careful about having my glue even so we don't get a bunch of ripples. So I think I'm going to cut her off at the coat or the knee. Wait, at the coat. And then I can use her boot somewhere else if I want. I'm not opposed to adding a foot somewhere that it doesn't belong. You know, you guys know that. I've put feet in weird spots. In the end, it ends up like a Monty Python skit. You know, they have the feet. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. Like a great big foot coming in. And maybe we do need a great big foot coming in on like a different, not on her, but you know, that would be actually pretty clever. You know, just stomp it out. Let's art our feelings, okay? Trying to find her edges here. Let's see, that's her collar. Somehow I didn't get any ink on her collar, and it looks like it was intended.
Of course it was.
It's the inside of her, you know, of her coat. So I'm not going to cut out her individual fingers because I'm going to put something in her hand. It's a good way to not have to do that. I love using these magazines, and I have a bunch of them. I think I should do a whole book with them, but I have too many other books started at the moment that I can kind of, you know, poke around at. I don't need another one. I've got a bunch of stuff saved up for the circus journal. Okay, so I want to put her kind of in the middle of all the chaos, or all this solid color, and let the chaos be over here. So, cut out her face a little better. Or maybe I don't, and I use that for shadow. So I can go in with my Stabilo and use that white space and make it blend, go to the back like a shadow behind her. Snap decisions. That's what we're doing, right? Here's where my foot goes. I've got this stamp that looks like something from Lenin's, you know. I think that's perfect. Those go together. Let's see. So do I want to have, if I do her whole head, then I can add things to her head. Thought bubbles or, you know. I'm going to go like that. So I have a little space there, her hand on the black and white. Okay. So that means I need a card. Let's see. Where are they? So I did all that cleaning at my desk and, you know, I should be able to find things, but no. Oh, it's time to refill that again. So I just want to get a nice thin everywhere it needs to go. And then I can wipe off the excess. Okay. So check that out. Her coat and this shape right here line up. Look at that. And her face, the indention here, totally an accident. That was like meant to be right there.
And the elbow of her left.
Yeah. Oh
yep.
My goodness. I could leave that hanging off. That I would have to back it, but I'm not opposed to that. If they're going to be hanging on a hook on a ring, that's fine. I like the ones that I have stuff hanging over the edges. They make me happy. Okay, so I'm going to take this out.
Eddie says spooky.
Yeah, it is weird that worked out, huh? Okay, so I'm taking a paper towel. I'm going to kind of just get the excess. I don't know why. I could be just sprinkling glitter on it or something. I don't know. Let's rub her down a little bit. Not with glue. What am I doing? I don't want glue on the outside, really. Unless I'm gluing something down on it. All right. So this is, I don't know what this was made. Seal. It's old. Tape applicator. It's an 888 number. 888, 888. Do you remember those? Like businesses had those? Like anything on TV? But it's got felt. So you can, you know, gently, that's a mark in the paint. So you can gently rub something down. That didn't sound right. Sorry. Okay. So we're going to let her dry for a minute. I'm going to figure this out. This one I think I'm going to go in with, because I still am not good with whatever's happening here. Maybe this is where I need to take one of these stencils that has a lot of shapes on it, or this very mod shape to go with the other girl. No. Oh, I really like that one. There was a spacey one. This one. This is the one I want. Right now we're calling out the aliens. Let's go. Let's go. We need ya. Anybody seen any of those orbs that's here? I'm curious. I've seen a couple things. Of course, we usually have cloudy skies. So it's kind of amazing that we've seen anything at all. But twice I've seen something without Bill. And once Bill was there, which is really cool, actually. So I kind of go out there and look all the time, but we often have clouds. Anybody raise your hand? Have you seen anything in the sky? Do you live on a coast, anyone? Oh, Julie, these aren't shiny at all. These magazine this because this is a 1960s 17 magazine. They're very dull. The paper is, and it feels different. Okay, so I need a color, and I think I'm going to bring out the turquoise again, and we have that here. So I've got this here on my desk, and I need to put it on something. Just whatever, it doesn't matter what. Just gonna turn that over because I'm just gonna use like a sponge or something.
So Gray says he hasn't turned on the TV since the 18th, so he has no sorry, I beg your pardon, Gray. I made assumptions there. Gray hasn't turned on the TV since the 18th, so they have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
Eddie says no, he's never seen anything.
okay. So as far as not turning the TV on, I understand that. I kind of did this thing where I felt like I was glued to MSNBC every day for his last term. And because he was doing all these scary things, but it's far worse. And right now, if you're not looking, you should be. However, find balance. Only turn it on, get maybe at the end of the day, because they're trying to bottleneck us with overwhelming news all day long. And I don't mean the news reporters I mean, these are White House things happening like all day long that are just making us sick. And so maybe look at the end of the day, because things change throughout the day. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that you should, I recommend that you know about, because being aware is important, and not ignoring it, because it is at the stage already after 2 weeks that we should at least be making our voices heard somehow. And that is, there's a new app, by the way. I told Kylie about it earlier, but I meant to mention it. It is called 5 Calls, and it's the number 5 and calls. If you go into your Play Store, I want to do this a little differently. Okay. You go into the Play Store on your phone and look up the number 5 and calls, and it'll show you. And what it does is you enter your zip code on the app. It doesn't ask you for a bunch of information. You don't have to pay for it. It's totally free. And it gives you your constituents or your state representatives. And it even gives you a script of what to say when you call. And then you push a button that says you left a voicemail, you called and spoke with them, or and it gives you the issues, the things that are on the floor right now that you can object to, or if you object to them all and you want your state representative to stand up for you. So I recommend, if so get the app so you know what's happening. Oh, thank you. It's hard to know. There's a lot of misinformation out there, Gray.
Yeah. So Gray says she's letting others know, like you, curate the news and let her know what she needs to know and take action on.
Everything. Every single thing. If you have Social Security, I wasn't going to go into, because there's just so much. They're cutting off every program, and they're firing the head of every department. We've had 3 plane crashes. The head of the FAA was fired by Elon Musk because on the 20th, because before the end of the year, it was with this last explosion of the rocket that he sent up that he thought was just fun when it came down, but it left debris and, people could have been hurt. He's been grounded. And well, at least he was grounded. Like the government grounded him because he has all those contracts. So he went in, and on the 20th, he was put in charge of, they made a department for him, a whole department that doesn't exist. Department of Government Efficiency. It's called Doge. And he has gone in and fired generals, the people that hold the keys to our banking, like to the purse, the heads of like the FCC. And so just so you know that that's happening, I recommend please download the app, make a call. I mean, I can't march. This is what I can do. This is a place for us to join together. So I don't want to talk about it. He doesn't deserve any of my energy right now because I am spending it on this. Isn't that right? We need our moments, don't we? Yeah. Wow. So we're really every single day there's 2 to 5 stories coming out of the administration. And every single day, they're trying to scrub, like they shut down all the government websites to scrub them of all Black history, all Mexican or Native American history. They took away all the programs and all the holidays that relate to anybody that has a skin color that is darker than white. And it is not okay. So we do need to make our phone calls right now. We should be letting them know, although that bubble's about to pop and I think something's about to happen. So, hold some love in your heart. Let your neighbors know that you're a safe space. If you feel like they need to know that, if you have anybody of color or different sexuality, all of those, like people are being denied passports because they are trans. It's upsetting. So, but take moments to breathe. That's what this is. So. Okay.
So talking about breathing, taking that one that you've just stenciled.
Yeah.
There is, look to the left.
Okay.
And there's something about the shape there
that
is almost like a Buddha and potentially a female Buddha, which we do have. And there's almost the chakras moving down the way through those kind of blobs. And it's like the arms and the leg. And yeah.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those do look like chakras.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing to do.
Yep.
I like that. And maybe I should do one where I intentionally give her the colors down if she's front facing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to take this. And now I've got these little bits of other things that have been around on my desk. And remember I said I was going to I threw them all in a basket. And I was trying to use some stuff up. So let me see what else I have here. Stickers. I wanted to use a sticker because I have way too many stickers since my surgery. So we're going to go with that next. This is the coolest little book. I got one for my granddaughter. She doesn't know it yet. And I ended up ordering one for myself because it's got the washi paper. It's got, it's not images that I would necessarily use a lot of. I mean, unless I was doing something botanical. I mean, but it's got the clear pages. It's got flowers I will use a lot of. And then some white pages. I mean, it's really cool. And it was only a couple bucks. It's from Temu. Isn't that funny? I'm going to put a mushroom on her head. I think that's a good idea. Or a whole cluster of mushrooms. How do we feel about that?
Go for it.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to take these ones because they're green. I'm going to put it on something else and I'm going to cut it out because I really don't like the white edges. So let's put it on just one of these little scraps sitting here on my desk. That's why I haven't really thrown anything away yet.
So Julie says she doesn't cope too much with negative and ends up switching off. And I totally get that.
Yes.
Julie.
Yes.
We all just have to switch off.
We do. They're trying to break our brains right now. So just get the abridged version just so you are aware and you know what's happening. But then, move out and make sure that you're taking time to breathe, get an art buddy. Julie saw a kitty. That's a great distraction. Your pets, go eat some chocolate, whatever you got to do to make your soul, kind of settle. And I have to remind myself of that as well. So it's been like almost like a machine pew pew fire. I can't say the word on here. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. We do on TikTok. Action coming out of the press right now. The White House press secretary and the tweeting and it's like rapid fire. So it's hard to look away from a train wreck. It is. I get it. So last time when he was voted out, when Biden came in, I think the whole nation took a collective breath, and I was one of them, and I turned the news off because I had it on every day, all day long for 4 years. So I stopped watching it because I was like, oh my God, thank God an adult's in charge. That's how I felt. And that is how my husband was feeling too. But so I took a news break for 4 years. 4 years. I didn't even watch my local news unless I had to. I know that sounds awful, but I knew adults were handling it and I felt okay. So I kind of I want it to be a little smaller. So I really am having a hard time, not looking away from the train wreck right now. Well, I just recommend looking at the end of the day because a lot of things change throughout the day. Like a trade war with Canada and Mexico that we're in now. So I'm going to glue that down. And then I want to go in with my Stabilo. Probably should put, this needs a stencil. We did a stamp, need a bit of stenciling, I think, or at least some white paint on my finger. And I want to give her a shadow, make that mushroom hang off a little bit. She's having a thought. That's what that is. So anybody new here, thank you for being here. We really, really appreciate having you here. I really love making new friends, and we have such a great group. And I know chat's a little quiet today. Not a lot of people here today, or people are lurking. It's just, I know there's a lot going on. I'm trying not to be negative. Julie, please don't shut down on me. I'm trying to be positive in my life. That is, things are going to change. It's going to be okay. We just have to be proactive about it. Sometimes do what you can. Okay. Now she has a mushroom on her head. I'm going to go to my Stabilo. Got a new one. So glad because my other one was teeny tiny. And I'm going to use that moment because I left that little bit of white on there. So it'll become shadow, hopefully, and it just won't flood her face. That paper is really super absorbent because it's so old and it's almost brittle.
So Eddie's saying some stuff. Now, I have to say, being where I am, I don't understand the nuance of it all. I'm pretty much following stuff, but I don't understand the nuance of it all. So he is saying they have already given us their playbook, literally.
They have.
That, and you can anticipate what they're going to do. Seth Meyers has created a cartoon version of the plan. It's on YouTube, and he's saying,
"Oh, really?
Not on YouTube, but if you want the link to message him." So
interesting.
I don't understand all of that just because of where I am, but yeah.
So it's 2025, Project 2025. Um, and
Oh,
it is the billionaires
yeah,
that
yeah,
paid for everything, and they all got seats in the White. They all got positions in the White House.
yeah.
All of them. They've all been sworn in to be in charge of this and that, and he's not even really making any decisions. It's just whispers in his ear,
Mhm.
and it was all laid out beforehand. And he said, I didn't read that. Well, of course he didn't read it. He didn't read anything. He
Mm,
never did. He he just didn't read that, you know. It was
mm,
still happening. He didn't deny it was happening. He just said he didn't read it. But I think everybody, believed him. Well, he did deny it was happening. He had lots of opportunities to deny it. But that's what's happening. That's what they're doing. That's what they're implementing, taking away all the Black history and all of that stuff. Just I'm so ashamed to be an American right now. I think if we all stand up and know that how we feel, that we don't support this, I think it's good just knowing that we are on the same page, and finding others like that. And I don't want this. I can't ignore it, but I don't want my YouTube channel to become, like complaining about stuff like this all the time. Before I tried not to have, we didn't talk about that stuff. It was danced around, but we can't be complacent anymore, about it. So
mm.
that's just all. Okay, so if I use a little bit of this, thinking
And
maybe.
Mo, thanks for the link to Sharon's
Go ahead.
book. Yeah.
What's that?
I said, Mo, thank you for the link to Sharon's TikTok.
Oh, thank you for doing that. They haven't shut it down yet, and there's a lot of you get the abridged version on there. There's a lot of information on there, and just use your intuition to know, and if you need to look up a source or see if there's any other information on that, I would do that. I can't find a place where I want to put this, so I'm not going to. Her hand. She
Oh,
needs
I
to
thought
hold her
that
hand.
looked great there.
What's that?
I thought that bit looked great there.
You thought it looked great here?
Yep.
Is that what we're thinking? Okay,
Just to the side, not over her, just to the side.
just to the side.
Mm. But
Let me
that's just
get-
me. You do what you want to do.
Oh no, that's
Yep.
I'm just trying to decide here if I want. This is a ridiculous amount of stickers. I just don't even know what box to go to at this point.
She almost looks like she wants to be saying something.
She does, doesn't she? I feel sick. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
But we're going to try not to do that, or maybe this is a before and after scenario with these two. I don't
Don't look at the feet. Don't look at the I feel sick. Look at the next line down. Give a damn.
Oh, yeah. That's the one. That
Mhm.
is the one. Maybe I'll circle that. That would be a good idea. So I want to just give her something weird in her hand, something off scale and bizarre. Just trying to decide here. We don't want a face. We don't want something pretty. We want something weird. Oh, maybe we want a feather.
Yeah.
Is it? Maybe we want a feather? No, it's just way too big.
Too big, too bright.
Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. This is a ridiculous amount of stickers. What am I going to do with all these stickers? I never used stickers before. I knew I wasn't going to have my right arm. And so I bought all these stickers and kept buying them. I have tarot cards. There is, let me see if they're in here. They're in this one. Last box, I swear. Last box, I swear. I have kept a lot of them in their packages. We could give her a card or a lucky number.
Eddie says, and sorry again, I don't get it. I'm either too tired tonight but he says, how about a poem? Roses are red, violets are blue, ethels are green.
Ethels are green. I don't
Yeah.
think I know what he's saying either.
Oh,
Have I
that's
missed a story?
I don't know.
Ethels are green.
I thought it was me. I thought it was just being a bit too.
Roses are red, violets are blue, Ethels are green. Maybe her name is Ethel?
Maybe.
Should we make one green?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got this. Okay. I left the Oracle card stickers
He
out.
says it's a knickers joke.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Okay. Is that Ethel's? Is that a brand name that I don't know about? Eddie, aren't we the same age? I think we are. I'm so confused. It's a knickers joke. Huh. Ethel's. Okay, so that's a lucky number, but maybe we need to be looking out for number 1 right now.
Ooh,
You like it? And she's got numbers on her jacket. Normally I wouldn't number twice, but I'm really liking that. So that's what's going to go right there, and I don't need to do anything special to this.
Is it a sticker?
It is, and it's like chipboard, or it's like cardstock. But I am gonna, let's see, just gonna stick it down over part of her hand too, because I could have like cut her thumb out, I guess, but I didn't know that I was going to use something with like a thing on it like that. But she's holding a number 1 because she is number 1, right? You need to make yourself number 1 right now. We all need that. So are we doing that right there?
I'm saying yes, but that's just me.
All right. Well, let's do it. And then I'll add some other gold, and I'll go around this and give it some shape too. I'll use a gold marker on it or something. And this is such thin stuff that a glue stick should work, but we'll find out. I mean, I know I've used it for a glue with a glue stick underneath stuff, but when you're gluing stuff over the top of it, it's a different story, you know. But so let's see. Let's cut that off so we're not distracted by it. I need to circle those words. And I'm really liking her coat hanging off. I'm not mad at that. Let's see. So let's go around this really heavy. And then I really want to give her more shadow underneath. So let's see. Not on the coat, but in the spaces, you know. That was a lot of Stabilo. Whoops. I'm okay with that. So all this Stabilo, I might as well get these edges. It's kind of like watercolor. I can't believe how she lined up with that edge. I'm sorry you're so tired tonight. I know there's a lot of restlessness going on. It's in the air. Did you know that we had a 5 out of 5 solar storm the other day, and we were lucky we didn't lose power, all of it, like the power grid.
Yeah, I mean, we had such a storm last weekend. It was horrendous. Just wondering what was going to be left at the end of it. And and I spent 2 days in the garden just picking up and clearing up and
I am going to trim it. Just
hammering stuff down.
Well, that's you're lucky that everything was still standing at the end. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there was places had their houses had their roofs ripped.
Oh my gosh! So, really?
You know, yeah. So
that's so scary.
I mean, what I had here was nothing compared to that. So yeah.
Look what I just found. It's houndstooth, which is a thing that goes with that. I was just looking for something to put behind her because this is so flimsy. And I just have this magazine thing over here that's got some, I throw heavy scraps in.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to glue a piece down. I'm not even going to worry about whatever's going on the back. Just gluing it down. That was a good rough estimate right there.
I can't believe that. I was like, what's she doing? That's and it's perfect.
Yeah. I don't know how. Just like her coat lining up. It's because, you know, when we fuss around and when we're doing projects like this and we're like, I don't know, and you guys see me do it all the time. I do it all the time. But when I stop and just say, and I've said this before, just do it. Just, is it weird enough? Just do it. You know, just do it. And right now I'm just flying through it, you know, because I'm just not, I just want to do it and get it done, right? But that's when everything seems to work out, when you just let go and let your zone take care of it, you know. We get in our own way a lot. We do that in life in general.
Oh, she is looking so amazing.
I love her.
Yeah.
I'm really liking it. I need to give a little something to the bottom of this though, because it's so white right here. This is like the walnut. Just while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other edges, which I might touch with a little gold, because I've got this gold here. It needs other gold too, I think. And you notice I didn't cut this circle out perfectly. I did such a quick job cutting these circles out because I know that I like going over the edges, and I like when they're misshapen. They're so much fun to make, these things. Have you made a round to it yet? Anybody? Raise your hand. Am I the only one that makes round to it? I'm wondering.
I think we need to start something.
Well, I've been making these for a couple years, but I hadn't named them round to it until recently. I'll end up adding that one to that because this gives them some, you know, and I might put, I don't know if I need another thing. I'm going to circle that, the word. Yeah, I'm going to use this because then I can go around it. I want the word don't right here. So let's see. Give a damn about the now. Look at that.
Yeah.
I give a damn about the now. And that's using the word now there is perfect, because that means, you know, be in your moment.
Yeah.
We don't live our lives in our moments. We're always thinking about what we did yesterday or what we're going to do tomorrow. And I'm guilty. Everyone's guilty of this. And if we lived more lives in our moment, we would get out of our own way. We could find our higher self and our center. And doing art like this and letting yourself get lost, we talk about this all the time, but if you're new, is akin to meditating, just like walking in the forest or coloring in a coloring book. All of those things count if you can get to a place where you're not thinking about anything, or maybe you are thinking about something, you're contemplating and working it out in your head. I think we need those moments for our sanity. Okay, gold marker.
Eddie says perfect.
The words, is that what you mean?
I think probably the whole thing.
Oh, thanks, Eddie. Okay, so I want to maybe this, and maybe feels watery. I don't know. It shows up better on the dark color. I'm just giving it some gold. Tie that gold in. It's not really showing up very good. And it's a Posca.
It is. We see it here. Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
And then I really like the ink splatter because that was a wipe up page. I really like it. I'm gonna paint her collar gold. That's what I'm gonna do. She must have a gold collar. And that is 3 ways to tie in my gold. And then maybe for no reason. Could have colored in a number, I guess, too. She's got that going on. I do have this one. It's like a watercolor almost. Let's do one. Let's do this number 8. And the 67 hanging off the bottom. Okay, I give a damn about the now. Does she have enough color? What do we think? I feel like she's missing something still. I think it needs something right here, like a bird. You know, me and my birds. Let's see if I can find one in here that I like. I could also, I've got my antiquarian sticker books as well that are fairly new. There was a yellow butterfly there.
Yeah, Eddie's saying it's the words, it's perfect.
Yeah, it is. I like it too. Let's see. It's hard to see these pages.
Ooh, Mo says, I am not sure if you have noticed, but the book paper is shaped like a pompous gentleman. The blue also has a shouty man face, so the strong, proud female, and the words are perfection.
Is this his hat rim or his nose or something else?
Yeah. Then look just to the left of that.
Uh-huh.
And there's a face in there. I see the mouth, I see the nose, I see one eye.
Oh, I see it. Huh.
I would almost say it's like David Bowie.
It's there's a lot of interest there, isn't there?
Yeah, my goodness, yeah. Gosh.
Huh. Okay, so I got to find just the right I want like a bird right here. And you know, with everything I do, I add a heart or a bird, and that's kind of just my signature. But I think these are the wrong style. I need it to be a little goofier than this. A little more, I really like the hand, but it just doesn't go. So I do have bird stickers, or I have a clock. How about a clock? Let's do that. These are 3D clocks, and I accidentally ordered 2 of these packs. I didn't need to. At different times, obviously. It was, you know, for steampunk stuff. It's got clocks and gears, and the clocks are 3D. Well, the gears are kind of too. They're kind of really heavy chipboard or doubled up chipboard. But I think he's on borrowed time. So I think a clock is appropriate, but I want it to have a lighter color, and it's going to kind of tie into that. So maybe I don't want it to match the book page. That's my problem. This looks like the old clock from your school, from the school. It's the basic giant clock that hangs in the classroom. And I'll give that lots of shadow. There's still a little light on the edges here. And it also matches the words. I give a damn about the now. A clock. About right now. That's what it's about. Right now. Savor my moments with you guys. And I definitely do. I appreciate you. Okay, so behind there. This is really, really thick. Does it need white marker? Or, I mean, do you guys feel like it's done? Sometimes it just feels like something's missing.
I would say a bit of white dots or whatever down that side.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like some X's or...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't use any sort of stencil.
Just a tiny bit.
I have this stencil right here that I love so much. It's one of my small ones. And it's just such a great... it's got those... Perfect.
Not a lot, just a little.
Just a few.
Yep.
I mean, or I could just draw them if I'm going to do circles. I think circles are right. You're right about that because we have circle, circle. We need a third.
Hmm.
You are so correct. All right, so.
And maybe some in the darker area to the left.
Yep.
Just 1, 2, 3, or even odd number. Yep.
Always an odd number with me.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect.
I like that one, so I'm going to make another one of those. Very unevenly. Okay.
Wow. Love it.
It's really cool. I love it when I can giggle at it when I'm done. When I start giggling maniacally at my desk. That's my favorite moment.
10 past 10. That's the time.
Yeah.
Look at the time. 10 past 10.
It is. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sunday night. That's what I'm saying right there.
Yep.
It happened on Sunday night at that time. There you go.
You know how much time we have left.
Yep. We can do this. We don't have to hold our breaths though. Don't forget to breathe. I mean, he's already broken the Constitution over and over and over and over and over again in 2 weeks. We got this. It's gonna happen. He's being investigated. So, fine. It's fine. They're gonna come after me now. Okay, so I know I want to use this. I want to outline those before I even get to the girl with a marker because I feel like it needs it. Oh, right down here. I couldn't find all my cool markers here. Let's see. I think I just want to use like a gray. Got a gray here. Let's see if it shows up. No, not really. It is very, very gray. It's not showing up enough. Let's see. I love the colors here. They're all so tertiary. They're all like off just slightly. I almost want orange. How do we feel about orange? Because it just wants to go with the turquoise, doesn't it? I can't. I just don't know if it'll show up. Yeah, it's not going to show. We're going to have to use a Posca. These are just markers. They're not, well, it says they're acrylic paint markers, but they're not that heavily pigmented because they're cheap. All right, well, I'm deciding. I know I have the perfect thing. I just don't know what it is. White, silver. I wonder if this skinnier white one is, I don't think I've used it much, but white will show up.
Yeah, Mo is saying she sees the words, I had details. I knew. Yeah.
I really feel like my higher self is telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
And things are happening, moving and shaking. So we can just hold on for a moment. I had details. I like that. If there's a knock on the door, you guys know where I went. If there's a knock on the door, they came to get me. Oh, there we go. And now it's coming out. Come on, spread out for me. I don't like that. Now it looks like it's being lit from underneath.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Come on. It's not a Posca, so it's not going on evenly, but that's all right. It all works out in the end. I have another set of markers downstairs that I wish I had up here. Do I have them up here? Starting to wonder. I think there's a lot. It just doesn't run smooth with these cheap ones. I think it would be easier to use a paintbrush. If you have to go back and dip in the puddle over and over, at that point you're thinking, why didn't I just use paint? Coloring is such a nice way to lose yourself. So how do you guys like to lose yourself? Eddie, I know you said you like to, it's relaxing to just sit and glue, and I agree. Maybe we need to give each other extra ideas here for finding a way to get that moment in, to take a breath and not worry. Oh, come on. Don't be silly. I'm so afraid I'm going to get one big blop on here any minute. My Poscas are fatter. And that was not, I might as well have. Disappointing. I'm going to the Posca. So I haven't figured out. I got the white. I got the black and white. Well, it's uneven and that bugs me.
No, it's still looking good.
I got, well, and I'm going to cover up some of it anyway. So anything that I don't like, I can cover. But I got these from my son in my Christmas tray that he gave me. And I haven't figured out a place where the white shows up yet. But I'm sure there is a place. And these are the Stabilo Woodies. And you can buy individual colors or, you know, just like the black and white or the whole set, but they're very expensive. Now watch this just work like a dream. Oh my gosh. I was just trying to avoid being this you know, having a line this fat, but it ended up that way anyway. So, okay, we did it then. So I got to figure out which girl I'm going to use on this one. Did anybody give any suggestions besides coloring and gluing for moments of Zen? Did I miss any of those?
Nope, not so far.
Do you have any other suggestions?
For moments of Zen, just being in the moment, in the space with whatever it is you're working on, be it, you know, something like you're doing or an art journal page or a canvas or whatever, just being in the moment.
Concentrating on what you're doing instead of what's going on.
Yeah, just
Where,
tuning out to everything and just being in the moment of creating.
Okay, so we've got these girls, and I think I want I like the girl in the middle. Yep. She's got a like a warrior thing going on. Mm-hmm. Her face is like, I'm powerful, and that's why we're going to use her. So let's get a rough.
Excuse me.
And then, because this is going to be hard to mess with after, let's see. All right, and we know we have to cut off her feet. And maybe I'll have her coming weirdly out of a side or give her some wings or something funny. Let's okay. The other girl looked more turquoise, but her against this stark turquoise on the thing, she looks more blue, more, you know, other blue, not turquoise. Other blue, that's what that's called.
Before you place her, just look at the words that you might want to have above.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so wing, if not him, I had details. I knew. Oh!
Yep.
Okay. If not him, I had details I knew. Oh my gosh. So she's going to have to place her. Yeah. That's perfect. I know you have some videos doing blackout poetry like this, don't you?
Yeah, I love blackout poetry, and it's funny how sometimes you can just pull an old dictionary page or whatever, and there is a word that jumps out, and you know, I think it's just meant to be. So yeah,
it's like the oracle cards.
Yeah, it
Same
is.
thing. Yeah,
there's a message for you in them.
Yep. Okay, I'm on my cutting board here, but I'm going to flip this back just a hair so I'm going to cut this space out here. I mean, this space I can just get right here, but we won't have most of her legs. But I do need to get that space so that shows behind her. And I have this little knife right here. hopefully. Sometimes with these old book pages, they snag a little when you're cutting them. They want to like bunch up. And
So Grey Like Grey had said, and I honestly didn't get this. As I say, I don't understand everything in the context of the US, and I'm
oh
assuming Grey is from the US. But she'd said Cuban food is delicious, and then she said, "Sorry, that was a Guantanamo reference because
oh
when
oh
Sharon's
my gosh.
yeah." So
So yeah, Guantanamo, he wants to turn into Auschwitz, basically. He wants it to be a prison camp. That's where we're at. It's giving Auschwitz vibes, isn't it, Gray?
yeah.
It's terrifying. It's just terrifying.
Okay, and we've also got Enchanted Rubbish with us, who says, gardening,
Cassandra!
oh, so gardening, cooking, nature walks, vacations, those help me.
Yes, and pets. Pets are a good way to get into your to center yourself again, to get grounded. All of those things, anything that you like doing, but it's about being in the moment of doing them. So, like being with friends. I'm here with you guys today, and I couldn't be happier. And Cassandra and I met. She came to the last one, and she and I actually met on TikTok. She does great. If you have a chance to check out her YouTube channel, she does little videos and photos of her work, and it is really Enchanted Rubbish. It is in the name. So she does a lot of cool things. The first thing I saw her do was the Andy Warhol diorama, and it was his apartment, like like I can't remember what it's called right now. I just can't think. My brain it's the bottleneck going on in my brain.
You don't need to explain. Pull her down a little. Pull her down a little. So we see I knew. That's it. That's it.
I was just trying to cover Bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my husband's name. Because I do know Bill, but
And yeah. I now know Bill.
You do, huh?
You do. Lovely man. And it looks like there's steam coming out of her ears.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that idea. That's a good thought right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around with this time, and just not worry about getting her. I mean, hold on, I can't do this.
You've got that pin in your mouth. And I get the heebie-jeebies every time you do that.
Why?
I can't stand that.
Oh.
And I know when you're doing it.
I'm eating glue.
I'm like, she's got the pin in her mouth. Get it out. Get it out.
Are you afraid I'm eating glue over here, or I'm going to stab myself with a pin?
I'm not worried about the glue. I'm worried about you swallowing the pin.
Oh gosh, no! I can't. I won't even put anything further than that in my mouth because I don't want the glue
I don't care. I know when you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, I know.
It's
evident.
I'm like,
stop chewing on the windowsills again. She says, that's lead paint. Okay. So I feel like I got just her edges down, and that's fine. It's not like, we're going to be messing with her a whole lot. They're going to go on a ring in the end. These are my round tuits. If you hadn't heard, ladies, if you came in after, and I have a whole collection of them, and I'm going to put a hole in them. And I got that bad glue on the good glue technically on my scissors, but I'm going to put a hole in them, put them on a ring. And I'm making covers basically right now because I made these ones a little bit bigger. Oh, she does have steam coming out of her ears.
She does. It's fantastic. It's serendipity.
Yeah. I love it when that happens.
Yep.
all the serendipitous moments, like her matching the outline of the paper, and that's definitely serendipitous. Now I have these legs that are striped. I know I should just throw them away. Tell me to do it. And I'm keeping the feet. I can't help it. But
So
I'll throw these away.
Eddie says maybe the lead paint exposure is what
Makes
made
me so cool.
Gen X what we are.
Oh, I thought you were just, saying I was cool. It's what makes Sharon crazy. That's what it is.
I think it was in another way.
Yeah. So, my husband, he came home and he knows I try to meditate every day, and it's been really hard to meditate. And so I've just been trying to take breaths, but he came home and I was like, like I was trying to explain how I was feeling, like I'm trying to be calm, like this was me. Oh, Julie has to go. Oh, look at that. How did it go by so fast?
I know, 2 hours and that's it.
Fun
Bye,
with
Julie.
friends. Thank
Here,
you,
Julie.
Julie.
And talk soon.
Yeah, fun with friends always goes fast, doesn't it? Oh. Well, she's almost done anyway, so I'm going to try to finish her up super quickly. I have to decide. And then if I can't get her done, like within 5 minutes, maybe 10, just because we'll get off by then I will have to continue working on it and show you later. But I think I can get her done because I think she's pretty close already. I mean, with all that cool stuff going on in the background already. And so this paper is actually textured, but you wouldn't know that unless you were holding it, which makes it even cooler because then it's got this, I love it when things are a little different in person. If not him, I had details I knew. I love that. I really do. Okay. Wish I had a 47. Maybe I should just make a 47. I could do that. And then it needs some let's see. Because they go together, but not quite. This is the before and this is the after. So I give a damn about the now. And then this one, I think she needs something organic. And I'm going to get my sticker box out.
Why did you think 47?
What's that?
Why did you think 47?
That's his number.
Ah, okay.
We number our, that's his
number.
Gosh,
Yes, I'm being silly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like she has mushrooms. So she needs the bird.
Oh, Eddie says it needs gold. I think he's right.
It does need gold, and it'll need
a bit of gold. Even that stuff you put on the edge of the other one, just a little.
Like the little stitches.
Yeah.
I do have. Let's see. There's these letters here. There's so many weird things in these books, but I'm just trying to find. There's a couple pages that have birds, besides the backside of all of them. You know what I want? I'm going to have a rat. That's what I want. I think that's appropriate. And it looks like a kangaroo rat. Look at that. He's got that tail. I'm going to put it down on a piece of tissue paper so I can cut around him. I smell a rat. Yeah. Tissue paper. Let's see. Just a piece of plain, which I have sitting next to me somewhere. I always have a bit of white. This is rice paper, but that'll do. And I'm going to have to make that not look pink. So yeah, it feels like the mafia. I smell a rat. I know details. I feel like Karen walking through the fur coat factory in, oh gosh, I've seen the movie 100 times with Ray Liotta, and my brain's not working. It's the little sleep I've been running on. Somebody's going to say it, though, because y'all know what I'm talking about. I even know that there was an Eric Clapton song playing at the time when they were all getting rounded up and they were going down and getting their bracelets. So I think what I'm going to do to not have to cut that bit out is do that. Seems like cheating, but it's working. So this goes, maybe it's walking on this, but it's still brown. It's coming down from the ceiling. I just wanted to have I guess I could cover some of the things I didn't like there.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. Yep, I'm going to put it right there because it's up here with these words that are appropriate. One more option. It looks like it's running away if I do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. Okay. Have you heard that Paloma? Gosh, I don't know why I keep trying to say these things when my brain's not working. 24-hour baby machine so you can live out your picket pin streams. That it's all the women's march. I mean, it's become like the song for marching right now for all the women. I think her name is Paloma Faith. Paloma something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad. I see, and I don't know who she is, but the song is so famous now because of that. And it's The Handmaid's Tale all over again, you know. And did they use that? I didn't watch The Handmaid's Tale. Did they use that movie? Oh, yeah, it's symbolic, isn't it, Barbara? What is
Yeah, Eddie, only love can hurt like this. Fantastic. Only love can hurt like this.
Sing it for us.
No, you might get you might get a strike.
Oh, do they strike us on here?
Potentially. And it won't be because of my good voice. It'll be because it's kind of copyright.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Well,
yeah.
I mean, we didn't even sing a line, so
no.
I doubt that she would come after us because people are marching and singing the song now. It's all over in videos.
Well, my version wouldn't sound anything like it anyways. No.
Oh, ye of little faith. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and hit up my fun edges here of the torn paper all over, like all behind there. So when I get out my water brush, I've got a goal, and then I need to put gold paint on it, and I feel like it's done. Okay, where's my water brush? There it is. And then I think it's done. I think it does need a third one, though, that I'm going to have to work on now that my husband's off on a play date with his best friend, I think I will, after we're done here, probably work on a third one that has a bird so she can fly away, because birds are so symbolic for me. Well, for every one, they're really symbolic in every culture. That's why I like birds. Plus, I used to have birds. I used to raise parrots. I used to train them. My heart was broken when mine died. Did I tell you how my parrot died? I think I've talked about it. Does anybody remember? I just finally told my son, and he's, 30. He was a toddler. My parrot kept coming in and trying to get in bed with me in the middle of the night. And I kept putting it back in its cage because it was always with me. And I started working graveyard, and it would sleep on my pillow, and my ex-husband would, cover it with a towel, and it would lay there on my pillow. And the night that it happened, I kept putting the bird back and kept putting the bird back in the cage. And I know I should have closed it, but I never closed the door. It just seemed like it would have been a slap in the face for my poor baby. And my son had a nightmare, and he was a toddler, and he came and got in bed with us and laid on my bird. We had to bury the bird at 4:30 in the morning, and I was beside myself. I couldn't let on to the children. We had to tell the kids he flew away. And I cried for weeks over that one. Weeks. It was terrible. But otherwise I'd probably still have him because birds live forever. I want to do this. Oh, I've been letting a rat live under my house, and one is never one. We know that. But I just can't get myself to kill it. I can't do it. I keep catching it in the squirrel feeder that I made. And I'll see its little tail shrink into the bush, and it's only one. That's all we ever see, just one. And it's little, and it's black. It looks like somebody's pet that got away almost. But I know there's never just one, and I just don't have the heart to kill it. It was a sad, sad thing, Barbara. It really was. And it's been, my son is 30 now. I just told him about it a few years ago, and he was so sad. But, we didn't want to tell the kids that. Yeah, I think we have one I think he's living under our tub. We have an enamel tub. And when I go in there, I can hear him moving. And we don't have this is an old farmhouse, so it's got like wood floors and crawl space. And yeah, I feel like we have a cat and a dog that would not let them in the house, but I don't want them in my laundry room and stuff, but I can't kill them. So I think I'm going to have to do the whole bucket thing that, you spread peanut butter on the bottom and you put a little spring on it and it flips down and comes back up. And I think we're just going to have to do that. And I'll end up feeding and watering it until we can take it to the woods. And then it'll be a pet. And then I won't be able to get rid of it. That's what's going to happen. So watch what happens. That's what I'm afraid of. And that's my story. Okay. What else does she need? She needs more gold. Maybe she needs a little strip of this fabric. That's what it is. Or I've got this. That doesn't really match though. I know what I want to do. Okay, we're almost done, Kylie. I know you're tired.
I'm fine.
Okay, so I'm going to take this. See if I can cut a heart out. See if I can get 2 hearts out of it. In this gold and white. I love this tissue paper. This is tissue paper I've had for a long time. I'm going to give her a golden heart.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's got to be her like on the side. So
Angry with heart.
yeah, she is, isn't she? But she's angry, but she knows secrets.
Yep.
So she just needs to be powerful.
Yep.
You know, that's all.
She does not lose her heart.
No, never lose your heart or hope. It's hard not to lose faith in your fellow man under the circumstances. And that goes for all around the world because it's happening all over the world. He has dipped his toe in politics all over and used his influence as the wealthiest man in the world. So it's not just happening to us. And there's people marching everywhere. If you turn on the news, they're starting to filter our news also, which is terrifying. I think that's the scariest part of it all, really. Trying to charge and sue news stations, CBS, NBC, both on the block right now. And if they fall in line, what do we have? We're going to have each other, and we're going to have a network of people to tell us what's really going on in the world. So that's why that is the scariest thing to me. I think she needs a gold collar again. We're going to do that. I really didn't plan on talking about it this much, and I'm sorry, guys. I told Kylie before I needed it to be a balanced thing. Make my stand, because I need everybody to know that, we're in this together. All right. And then I'm going to put a little gold around her hat. It almost looks like the Pope's hat, the weird, it's a hanky on her head, but it almost looks like that, doesn't it? It's weird. I think she needs like a little flower or something right there, maybe. Or, I know. I know. I have these guys sitting right next to me here, little 3D bits, because these are going to be a cover. So we can go ahead and do that right here. I have my moon. Remember I was using on the other ones? And then let's see what I have in gold. That's moons, stars. It's an eye. Nope, this right there. That's what we want. I just dumped mirrored hearts all over my desk. The package must have been upside down. Okay, so we went to see Bill's grandma, and she finally, I showed you guys this last time, I think. I finally used it. One of these things for diamond painting to pick up, because I couldn't pick these up. And she's been doing this in her nursing home, and she gets one of these pins every time she gets a kit. So what I'll do is some glossy accents. And this is a great way to glue things like this down. But once you do this, you're done with it. So I probably should ink it first and make sure that there's nothing else. Where are my glossy accents? There we go. So ink. I never did find that bird, did I? Darn it. Yeah, there's a whole new network growing. People reporting what's happening, and it's not your local news. But then you've got to use your discernment to find out what's true and what's not true. But I mean, I think it's pretty easy for most of us to sort through the bullshit, honestly, because that's what it sounds like when you hear it. So you just know, or you hear them speaking. If it talks like a duck and acts like a duck, it's a duck. It's not something else, and you can't walk it back tomorrow. So just remember that. Okay. Okay, I've got to figure out where these go. So that one has the white dots and marker. This one, I'm going to give her, oh my gosh, did I really just do that? Did you guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I was going to be picking this up with these. Okay. They're too small to pick up. I always had a hard time with gemstones, so I just never used them. And having this thing is just awesome. So I just want to use the little ones anyway. So I'll put the big ones back. Try not to drop it. And do we feel like it needs anything else before I get there? Does it need a clock too? I think that's it. I think it does. I think that also brings them together. And then do we do one circle, a clock, or do I have to add more? I think one is fine. That one in the darkness right there. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
So interesting. It's gone from about 10 past 10 to about 12 minutes past 10 between the two of them.
Okay. Well, we will wrap it up then. Okay, so just to let you guys know what I'm going to do lastly.
Your cards. One card is showing 10 past 10 and the other is 12 minutes past 10.
Oh my goodness. How does that happen?
I was trying to make.
That's the before and after. How incredible is that? Just like the words that pop out. How weird.
Yep.
That is really weird. Huh. I really am uneasy with the lines there. And I might, after it dries, end up back in with that gray marker or a black fine point if I can without snagging it too much, because there's all different types of paper there. Okay, so I've got to decide where these go. And we're going to do her buttons, or just right here. Of course. I have to do this to this one every time. Button, button, button. I feel like it needs another color somewhere. This one seems to have more, I don't know, maybe they are fine. Okay, so maybe this will be my because I'll have a cover. Darn it. I'm dropping them in the middle of the thing there. I can't get to them. Okay. Well, I have it on that side. Look at that. So good. Flip it over if I can. That's the other thing. Okay. I like how you have a moment with the glossy accents too. But maybe I'll do like this will be in the middle of the round tuits of the other stack. because I'll use that first one for the cover because that's the beginning. And then we have, this is the middle. And then after everything falls apart for him,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll add the back page. How's that? And we'll add a proper time. For buttons. They're real buttons.
Superb.
I mean, these things are great, but they are fussy. And I do like the pen. I did drop a few over there. I'll get them later. Okay. So I would like to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Kylie, for everything that you do and
My pleasure.
and being so great. I do need to do one thing here. Can't do it to the other one because I've got buttons drying, but we know that one's done. And that one's not done yet, so I can't say completed yet. But it was so much fun. And thanks for listening to me go off. And I really did talk about it a lot more than I intended to. And I'm sorry if it was too much. Do what you can. Download the 5 Calls app. It's the number 5 and CALLS. Go look on your in your playlist in your store on your phone, and it'll be there for free. And it'll tell you what you can do from your recliner at home. Oh yeah, it really wasn't a rant, Barbara. It was more of a, we need each other. We need to lock arms and be warrior women and stand up and don't cow down. Get their foot off of our neck, don't we? Their foot needs to, we've been repressed for far too long, and it's time, I think. Right? And that goes for you too, Eddie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And we'll keep each other informed. And I'm sending out peace and love to everyone out there. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. And that goes to you too, Kylie.
Thank you.
And we will see you in 2 weeks. If I don't get there sooner, I might need you all sooner. But we'll do the best we can. I'll share pictures on my YouTube. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.